I've generated well over $1 million for my marketing agency and consulting firm with specifically cold outreach. Yet I have completely stopped. Yes, you heard that right. I do not send out any cold outreaches anymore. Instead, I've replaced it with a strategy that I know is 10 times more effective. And I'm gonna be sharing with you exactly what that is today. All right, so the first thing is, why did I stop doing outreach? What are the issues that I found with it? Well, simply put, the vast majority of people these days are just doing cold outreach in a very unpersonalized, very spammy way just to book a call. They send out 1,000 messages every single day and they treat it like a numbers game where hopefully if they can send out a ton, they'll eventually get a couple meetings. But the problem is that your prospects do not know who you are. And because they don't know who you are, they're incredibly skeptical of any of the marketing messages that you're going to be sending to them. Now, of course, you can increase the level of trust if you just add lots of personalization in your outreach. Whether you're doing LinkedIn or email, if you spend 20 minutes personalizing the message to be absolutely custom made for them, yes, you can definitely increase your conversion rate that way. But the problem is that this is very hard to scale. And the only way that you can make this work is if you have pretty talented appointment setters in your team that could do all that research and the customizing of that outreach message. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I actually have appointment setters in my own organization, but many entrepreneurs are not going to want the management or the payroll or even just going out and finding the appointment setters and training them. So since the vast majority of companies out there, including all of your competitors, are doing this very spammy, volume-driven outreach, your audience is just sick of it, right? They get these messages day in, day out, you send them a message, and then they just roll their eyes because 40 minutes ago, someone else, one of your competitors, sent them a message which looks 90% the same. So you know what ends up happening? They do not trust you. They do not book a call with you. And even if they do book a call with you, they don't end up buying because on the call, they're defensive and their guards are up. So the question is, what is a better way? So enter the new world, the world of content, community building, and branding. And this is really where you're going to be sharing valuable insight and indoctrinating your customers by giving them value. And it's actually been shown in studies where if you want someone to buy from you, they typically have to go through 7 touch points and multiple hours of indoctrination before they feel like you're credible enough that they're going to be comfortable spending their money with you. And even think about it from your own perspective, right? Let's say you're trying to evaluate a new vendor or a new coach or consultant or agency for your own life. Who would you prefer to work with? The guy that just sent you a cold email, but you really know nothing else about them? Or the person who you've already been watching their videos and seeing their content for hours and hours and hours over the course of multiple days, maybe even weeks? The answer is obvious. Now, how do you actually go about doing this? To me, I think the best channel to actually do this is YouTube, by far. And the reason why is because YouTube is long form content, which is much better than all the very snackable, low attention span ADD content that you see on TikTok. That stuff is great for just getting views, but it's not enough to get conversions because conversions require trust. YouTube has the long form. YouTube's also really good with video and audio. And believe me, it's much easier to build trust when someone can hear your voice and see your face on video and audio compared to just reading a long form blog post or reading an ebook of yours. So YouTube is king for those reasons. But the cool thing about the YouTube algorithm is also that you get lost in these black holes, right? We've all been there. You find someone whose videos you like, and then you see one video, and then YouTube just keeps on recommending you more and more and more videos until 5 hours later, you've become a huge super fan and you didn't even realize that it was happening. YouTube is just built to indoctrinate people. It's such an amazing platform for that reason. And the final thing that I'll say about YouTube, which is really cool, is that it kills 2 birds with 1 stone, where not only is it great for helping you develop trust with people who are already watching your content, but it also allows you to get discovered by brand new people who would have never found you otherwise. And this is because YouTube is inherently a search-based platform. You can actually go and search for how to solve a specific problem, and then it'll just feed you videos that can help you exactly solve that specific problem. So all of these new audience members who are high intent, ready to buy, ready to make a decision because they're already experiencing that pain point, they find you this brand new person, and they click on your video. And even if they don't find you via search, if they've been looking at other channels who have similar content to you, your content will eventually get fed and recommended to them. And if they click it, there's yet another way that you can get discovered by someone who does not know who you are. When you think about Instagram or LinkedIn or some of these other channels, those platforms do not make it easy for you to get discovered. In fact, if you think about your feed on Instagram, you're pretty much only seeing either ads, which are obviously paid for, or you're seeing people who you're already following, right? You're not discovering net new people, rarely. Now, I'm gonna actually share with you right now how you can blend both YouTube and your outreach together for the ultimate fusion channel to get you the best results possible. But before I do that, please just drop me a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. This is a brand new channel, so it really does mean a lot to me. If you've been struggling with your outreach or you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, please just drop a comment below because I'd really love to hear your thoughts and your experiences. So with that being said, let me head into my screen share real quick. Here is the old way of how online business owners used to do their business development, right? They do all their cold outreach on email or LinkedIn or Twitter, or Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be, and they just pitch these prospects with a totally cold message saying, hey, jump on a call. I'm amazing. I have the best offer in the world. And obviously the conversion rate's gonna be really, really low because no one believes you. And here is the new way of how successful business owners today are scaling their businesses. Instead of just giving them a naked pitch, trying to book them to a sales call even though you know nothing about them, no, do your outreach and potentially ask them a question to figure out what their problems are. And based on what their problems are that they tell you, you can just send them to the appropriate YouTube video that makes the most sense and adds the most value to them. And once they're in your YouTube channel, they'll just get lost in this black hole. Now, even if you don't end up wanting to have a dialogue with them or ask them questions to figure out what the best video is, if you were to just automate them getting the video itself, that would still probably work more effectively than just naked pitching, because once they're in your channel and they watch a ton of videos, they'll over time become ready to potentially speak to you over the phone. The one thing that I do want to add, which makes this channel super, super effective, is on YouTube, you can more or less just tell people via a call to action to add you on social media and have further discussion with you there. Because the fact is, not every single person who consumes your YouTube videos is going to be willing and ready to just book a call in your calendar link that you've provided. Many of the times, they just will never take that initiative. So what I always do is I have a link for them to just add me on Twitter or LinkedIn or Instagram, and I say, hey, just ask me a question there if you want to. And what I can do there is get to know them more and hopefully book them on a call after I have further discussions with them. So here's an example, right? Elaine comes inbound on LinkedIn because that's pretty much what I tell people to do, add me on LinkedIn. And then she says, hey, found you on YouTube. And more or less what happens is we have a bit of a conversation. I figure out what some of her challenges are. I suggest that we jump on a phone call together, and now she's actually a customer of mine. Now, you're gonna also have a lot of people who are either not quite ready to jump on a call or they're just not the best fits yet. Instead, I can just send him back to additional videos and have him do further nurturing. So this is really cool. And the nice thing is you can hand all of this off to an appointment setter, right? You can just have a full-time appointment setter who can manage the outbound messaging flows. And then when DMs come in, they could also handle that as well to further facilitate them into the phone call or to just send them to more content. So this is the new way that you can really, really take advantage of the combination of your YouTube channel and content in general to get absolute mind-boggling results. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. Once again, my name is Lloyd Yip, and I've helped over 130 plus companies around the world scale their businesses, improve their lead generation, build epic marketing campaigns that really put their business growth on massive accelerators. So if you're looking to potentially achieve the same results for yourself, just book a call with me below, and I can share with you a couple ideas on how you can make your outreach and your content building strategy much better. So with that being said, I have a couple additional videos here that you might also find helpful, so give them a spin if you'd like, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers.